Good morning, guys. Big Weir, roadrooter.com with your morning horn of tea. Horn of tea. It was like, what? No, it's horn of Z's. No, it's your morning horn of tea. I'm going to lay off the coffee for a while. And I didn't have any tea, so I have an empty glass. I just drank some water. But I want to talk about today my buddy Jsnip4, Joe from Tampa. Epic rant today that he posted. You guys got to go over to Realist News and click on the video. It's the latest one. Well, depends when you're watching this. It says, wow, some of you ungrateful people, you're on your own. Check out, I had to freeze frame this shot because this sums up the video that he just posted. And what he's talking about in this video is really interesting and important, I think, is the Joe is knee deep in these ICOs, the initial coin offerings, and he's doing all the research, he's doing all the homework, he's consulting Cliff's reports, he's doing his own homework, finding out which is the good ones, and he has his own criteria as to what kind of ICO is a good one. He doesn't like too many coins, although to me that doesn't matter. I mean, the amount of the float is, I don't even care, but apparently he's doing well with this, so he likes it under a billion coins out there, all these parameters, and his YouTube subscribers are giving him shit, giving him a hard time, saying, why didn't you tell me about this, why didn't you tell me about this? So he just went off this morning. It is an epic rant. Everybody, you need to check out this video. It's called Wow, Some of You Ungrateful People. And I don't feel that way at all because I'm not doing the kind of research he is. He's into the ICOs. My research is mainly silver and the cryptos that are already trading and where I think they're going. I think a lot of the ICOs are going to go belly up because remember, they're a promise in the future to create some kind of business product. And a lot of these are .com-ish. But there are some that will survive and will be great. My big thing is the business climate as we go through the banking crash. I don't think a lot of these companies will even come to fruition, but there will be some. And Joe's and it's definitely hot, and the hedge funds are in there these days. And Joe's a computer guy, so he can he knows how to go kind of in the back door on these ICOs and things like that. And he was telling all his customers, I gotta take care of my people. And then they're completely ungrateful, and all it takes is a few rotten apples to spoil the whole thing. So he just went off on an epic rant this morning. You gotta check it out. And his YouTube channel is Jsnip4. Send it. Let's make this thing go viral. I love it. Absolutely love it. If you're into the ICOs and stuff, there's a good website right here called Coin Schedule. It talks about all the ICOs. Now there's so many ICOs coming out and are currently active. It is unbelievable. But remember, most of these companies won't be around in a year. It'll be the ICO and then the excitement, and then Joe sells out pretty much as soon as the ICO comes in because he doesn't know if these things are going to go crazy or not, but he knows he can get out with his investment. He thinks he can get out with his investment right away until you get caught short on that. But you're not going to hit a home run every day. That's unless you're JP Morgan playing in the silver market, you're not going to hit a home run every day. So this website, coinschedule.com, shows a lot of this isn't all the ICOs, but it shows a lot of the ICOs. Right at the top is the crowdfund and ICO. This is the ones that are currently active, and you can go find out more. If you want to get into one of these, go for it. I would say do the due diligence. They can call it whatever they want, and there's certain parameters you should think about if you're going to try to invest in some of these things. But it also gives a list of the upcoming ones. For example, this is Coin Never Die ICO, start date June 30th, and starts in 9 hours. I don't know anything about that. So yeah, it's really interesting, this ICO market. But remember, which of these companies is going to survive the bump of the banking crash, the bump of the stock market crash? Will these hedge funds be looking for liquidity and sell all their coins at a certain time? Will they be going crazy for the altcoins that are a substitute for the current monetary system, like Litecoin. I think is a great substitute for day-to-day transactions. So that would be my recommendations. Litecoin. I think you can still pick it up for around $40. So I think, if you don't want to study these ICOs and go to the regular coins, go to Bitcoin, go to Litecoin. Ethereum is still wonderful, and it had that downdraft, and now everybody's loading up again. Like Cliff said, we're gonna have crocodile teeth all summer. So let's take a look at where these coins are right now. Bitcoin, the interesting thing is Bitcoin is not as volatile as some of the other ones, because a lot of these big traders and hedge funds, when they're at tops, they don't want to miss a move up, but at the same time, they know there's going to be a move down, so they'll take everything out of the altcoin, stick it into Bitcoin, and hold it there because it's not as volatile. And then the crash happens, some of these things drop. Look at this, BitShares fell 18% in the last 7 days. Some of these coins just drop, and then they'll sell their Bitcoin and load up on the alt cryptos or any of the other cryptos. So yeah, Bitcoin didn't go down that far, and it's pretty much staying steady now. All the coins had their little bump. Everybody said it's dead, it's over. I told you it's a bubble, and now they're back up again, which is really interesting because the speed at which it comes back up now is getting faster and faster. Like I said, there's big, huge money that wants to get in. Central banks want to get in, so they'll be printing money to buy these coins. Not all of them, but the main ones, yes. I believe absolutely. Ethereum went down to near $200. I think it went under $200, and boom, right back up. I mean, the whole, there was a con job in there when they said Vitalik had been killed, and the price of Ethereum went down to like near $200. And then he came out with a little sign. It showed the block number and the hash. And I'm like, this guy's brilliant. And so, yeah, he's alive and well. And Ethereum doesn't necessarily rest on his every move. Yes, he is the most visible guy, and he's the founder and things like that. But there's a big operation going on behind him. So that was really interesting. And if you picked up Ethereum under $300, even under $200, you are loving life right now, because that's what Ethereum's going to go like this. Because a lot of these ICOs, you need Ethereum to buy into it because it's on the Ethereum platform, and people will be buying and selling Ethereum. So I think the volatility over time will kind of smooth out as all these crazy ICOs go out of the way. But Ethereum's going to go like this. Bitcoin's going to go like this. Ripple, I don't know. It's the bankster coin. I'm not a big fan. I think when the banks have liquidity problems, they'll be saying, "I got to sell my Ripple. I got $100 million in gains. I got to get out of this thing." So I'm not a fan of Ripple. And Litecoin, huge fan, huge, 2 thumbs up, because it's got the speed and the cheapness that Bitcoin has abandoned. So that is just awesome, and it's one of the oldest altcoins out there. And look at the market cap's only $2 billion. Whereas Bitcoin is $41 billion. I think Litecoin is going to take a big market share of Bitcoin. Not necessarily, Bitcoin's still going to go up, but Litecoin will be going up a lot faster and a whole lot more room for growth there. And then there's the other ones. Do your homework. I'm going to be Joe for right now. Everybody needs to do their own homework when it comes to this stuff, because I'm just learning it too. I'm just learning it, and yes, it's getting some attention. A lot of people who understand it, have been around and ridden the ups and downs, are just sitting there waiting and buying here and there, trading here and there. But this isn't going away. That's one thing you can count on. This is not going away. It's going to be around for decades. So if there is a smooth transition into a new system out of the unbacked fiat money, these things won't even be priced in fiat money. They'll be priced in the way they should be priced. What is the purchasing value of Bitcoin? If there is no fiat money around, what is the purchasing value of Litecoin? If how are you going to get your coffee? It might come down to, well, you're not going to trade gold and silver for a cup of coffee because nobody has any right now. You can load up on Litecoin, and then you can be able to buy your cup of coffee. That's the amazing thing. 7 billion people will have access to this, mostly small transactions. And Bitcoin is out of the small transaction business for the most part, but Litecoin is taking over. And if this MIT announcement, supposedly for August 1st, is about making Litecoin faster and cheaper, which I think it is, that would just be a home run for Litecoin. And the debacle in Bitcoin will kind of say, okay, Bitcoin, you can be a store of wealth like gold, whereas Litecoin can be a means of exchange, which is great. Really cool. So yes, as you can tell, I'm very positive on Litecoin. And the other ones, do your homework. A lot of these things, Steam is going like this, up and down and crazy. I love the platform to get uncensored material on the internet and share it. So I'm posting my videos to Steam. My Steam address is BixLives, BixLives, and go over there. I post a lot of the videos. I'll be posting exclusive videos over there as well at some point. So go check that out. But the coin, the actual coin, would I buy and sell it? No. I mean, it really goes up and down with the popularity of Steam. And other than that, within the Steam network, I think it's great. It's a really good way to compensate people, content providers. And so I'll use it. I'm not going to invest in the coin, though. But that's up to everybody. Everybody make your own call, because you have, let's look at the total. Top left, right now, it's currently 793 currencies. Now, currencies drop off and come back on. Remember, most of these currencies go away. They disappear because there's nothing behind them, and there's no there, and they stop trading, and you're stuck with these currencies if you're participating in kind of the fringe stuff. You're stuck with nothing a lot of times. And most of these 793 will not survive a banking crash. So just be aware of that. But I think all summer long it's going to be very volatile and crazy as the old system dies, as the unbacked fiat system dies. There's so many problems right now popping up in Europe and the U.S. banks. And Warren Buffett just today announced he's bailing out another bank or doing something. I saw a headline. So, yes, the end is coming. And through all this, take your silver profits. As the cryptos go up, take 10% off, buy silver. Take 10% off, buy silver. And then if the cryptos crash, if the whole system crashes, you've got your silver and you're happy you did it because you pulled out 10 to 20% of your profits as you went along in the cryptos. Because silver's going to roll like you wouldn't believe. I can't tell you the date because it's up to Steve Mnuchin's computer finger. But silver, I think it's still under $17. I haven't looked this morning. It's not going to stay under $17 for very long. Physical silver in your own possession, and then you can relax. And if the cryptos go like this, you don't care. You got your silver. If silver starts finally being cut loose from manipulation, you're the talk of the town. So that's what I have to say this morning with your horn of tea. Remember, I put a link to Joe's video below, and you gotta check out his video because it is just a classic rant, and it's Joe at his finest. It comes from the heart. Good job, Joe. This is Big Weir, Road to Ruta. Don't forget, subscribe to my videos almost daily, and I'll talk about the things I think are going on as it pertains to the Road to Ruta theory. The theory that there's good guys behind the scenes trying to take out these criminals. And you can see it's starting to happen, so which is really, really exciting. And it'll get more exciting as we move into the summer and into the fall especially. They're going to, the fall might be the fall of the global monetary system. We'll find out. Anyway, this is Big Weir. Thumbs up this video. We'll talk to you later.